Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at OptionAlpha.com, and in today's video tutorial I want to go over with you guys the ultimate guide to support and resistance levels when it comes to stock and options trading. So this is going to be a fairly quick video, but a really powerful video for you guys to understand how support and resistance levels work in stock charts. So first of all, we have to understand what are SR, or support and resistance levels. Well, resistance levels are horizontal lines that start at a recent extreme peak with the line pointing horizontally into the future. Support lines are horizontal lines as well that start at a recent extreme low of a correction and also point towards the future on a time axis. Now, in an uptrend, this continues as long as the most recent peak is surpassed and new peaks are reached. The idea of higher highs and higher lows, as you probably heard in most tutorials or read in some of the books that you're starting to read now. A downtrend continues as long as past lows are broken, sustaining a series of lower lows and lower highs. So let's actually take a look at a chart and see what that really means two different ways. So on the left-hand side here, and I'm going to use my cursor, you can see this top section here on the left-hand side is higher highs and higher lows. So a stock that's trading higher and then breaks out and becomes in more range bound, and then again breaks out of support and resistance levels and starts trading higher and higher. So again, each time this last peak happens, it becomes new support for the stock going forward. So the whole idea with support and resistance is that each level of support and resistance may actually become the inverse of itself later on as the stock trades. So if we talk about breaks of support, we have a stock that's trading lower and it finally breaks support and heads all the way down to a new support level. Well, as it's coming back up, that old level of support now becomes new resistance. Again, the stock becomes range bound, it breaks out of that territory into a new territory or new range. Again, same thing happens. The last low or last support level now becomes the new area of resistance going forward. On the right-hand side, you can see this more illustrated with an actual chart, and this is obviously not to scale or any time zone. This is 1996, so we're obviously way past this, but it really drives home the point here, is that each time that the stock broke above these resistance levels, it used that same resistance level as support going forward. So you can see it did it here and here multiple times. It broke above these resistance levels and used them as support going forward. So hopefully that really drives home that point to you guys, that these can be used on both sides or both trends in the market. So let's talk about old and new levels. You notice that on all the charts, previous support, like I'd said, often becomes new resistance, and previous resistance often becomes new support. And a bearish trend reversal occurs when price breaks through the most recent support after falling or rising above the most recent area of resistance. That's when we actually start to see the whole trend of old and new levels of support and resistance break. The market turns around and turns over. Likewise, in a bullish trend reversal, this occurs when price penetrates the most recent level of resistance after holding above the most recent area of support. So again, you want to take a look at these really closely in charts. Don't get overzealous in drawing a lot of support resistance lines. You want them to be glaring. You want the most highest peak or most recent peak, again, the most recent low or the lowest low that you see on your chart. You don't want to have 50 lines going all over the place. It just confuses you. But it is good to understand where the market may rise and fall with regard to support and resistance levels. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions on support and resistance, please let me know in the comment section right below. And hey, don't forget to share this video on your favorite social network.